Grand Lake Health Systems welcomes you to this broadcast of high school varsity boys basketball. We're here at Lehman Catholic High School where the Yellow Springs Bulldogs will take on the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Grand Lake Health System, Clope, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Ogle's Audiology, and NKTelco. We'd like to thank those fine sponsors here for sponsoring high school basketball. We are here at Lehman Catholic High School where the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers are taking on the Yellow Springs Bulldogs. I'm Brandon Coverman. Alongside me tonight, Dave Helmstetter. And Dave, look first at the Yellow Springs Bulldogs. They come in at 2-4, and they haven't played in over 2 weeks since December the 15th.
That's right. The Yellow Springs, the Bulldogs are 2-4 overall, 1-2. They come out of the Metro Buckeye Conference. If you're not familiar with that, that's where Troy Christian and Legacy Christian and Dayton Jefferson are a part of. But they were winless a year ago. This year they've got wins over Southeastern, 62-58, and a win over Middletown Christian, 62-56, which is a team that Lehman has later in the schedule.
And they're led by DeAndre Cowan, a 6'4 junior averaging 20 points a game. Looking at the home team, the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers, third-year head coach Pat Carlisle has his team at 4-0 for the first time since 2008.
Coming off a real nice win over Triad in their last start, 53-35. Got some great senior leadership from Luke Franz. Excellent ball player overall, can shoot from outside. Had 19 against Triad, averages almost 17 a game. And inside, Justin Chapman and Michael McFarland both do a nice job for the Cavaliers.
Yellow Springs and Lehman, it'll be coming up here next for you on NKTelco Sports.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Clope Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clope is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clope offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopedoor.com/careers. Please support the following sponsors: the Rushi Inn, Busher's Market, Finishing Touches, Francis Manufacturing, Hoying Service Center, New Bremen Coffee Company, Sassy Sisters Designs, K&M Imports, Modern Ag Supply, Howl of a Good Time Grooming Salon, Goodyear Shoe Service.
Back here at Lehman Catholic High School, let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Yellow Spring Bulldogs, our starting lineups brought to you by Sydney Agle's Audiology. Number 1, Malik Thomas. Number 2, Nathan Curtis. Number 4, Jarvis McNair. Number 13, Eli Irick. And rounding out the lineup, number 23, DeAndre Cowan for head coach Nick Trimbach and his Yellow Spring Bulldogs. Now for the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers and their starting lineups, again brought to you by Sydney Agle's Audiology. Start out with number 0, David Rossman. We have a little bit of a change in our lineup. Number 11, James Larger. Number 15, Landon McIver. Number 33, Luke Frantz. And rounding out the lineup, a 6'6" sophomore, number 55, Justin Chapman, for head coach Pat Carlisle in his 3rd season. Now let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. First for the Yellow Spring Bulldogs, Dave.
Yeah, the Bulldogs' defensive intensity. They've given up 60 points per game, so they've got to do a little bit better job on defense, taking care of the basketball. Almost 15 turnovers per game for the Bulldogs. That's a no. They've got to do better and get out and run. They like to keep the pace very much up tempo.
And now for the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers.
For the Cavaliers, they got to play some good transition defense. In other words, if the Bulldogs get out and go, they've got to get back, and they've got to be able to establish an offense inside with Justin Chapman and Michael McFarland, and then obviously they've got to keep those turnovers low, averaging about 13 per game.
Luke Frantz tries to start with a 3. That goes off the top of the iron there, and will go the way of the Yellow Springs Bulldogs. In this series, these teams have met 4 times previously. Each team has won twice, so a little bit of kind of a rubber match right now here. It's the first full offensive possession here for the Bulldogs. Deep 3, no good there by Jarvis McNair. It's rebounded, goes through the hands there of a player there on the sideline, but they're going to call an over and back there as that went through Nathan Curtis's hands. And Lehman will have it out in front of the Yellow Springs bench.
One of the things I think for the Cavaliers with the 2 big guys inside, Chapman and McFarland, that'll be the key. But, you know, Chapman is we saw him last year as a freshman play varsity, and he's really a force inside.
And he can't quite get that one to fall. That is number 23, DeAndre Cowan, that comes down with the ball. Cowan, their lead scorer at 20 points a game. There's a 3 there by Eli Irick, no good. Ball's going to go off of Frantz, and it will stay with the Yellow Spring Bulldogs. Ball will be inbounded here by Curtis. Curtis weighing his options, gets it into Malik Thomas. Thomas tries to get around the double team trap, gives it to Cowan. Cowan dishes it on the inside. Shot altered there by Chapman. Rebounded on the inside, swatted by Chapman. Giving up great interior defense by the Cavaliers. Cowan going to take a shot, no good. Ball's rebounded again, another opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Cowan off balance shot, and Cowan draws the first blood here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. The Bulldogs ahead 2-0. Frantz works it up in the forecourt, gives it up over there to Landon McIver. McIver over to Rossman. As the Cavaliers working around, Frantz splits the defense. Good ball movement here by the Cavaliers. Ball down the baseline. And Malik Thomas there stepped on the baseline there. That's going to stay with the Cavaliers.
DeAndre Cowan, he has some pretty impressive numbers coming in tonight's game. The 6'4" junior, 20 points per game, 8 rebounds, averages 3 blocks, has 19 blocks in their 6 games. So he's definitely a key for Yellow Springs.
Rossman takes it and gives it up over to Chapman. 2 minutes in, Franz takes the deep three, no good. Franz, the lead scorer for the Cavaliers, coming in averaging 16.8 points a game, their first 4 contests. Rossman swats the shot and gets the rebound and takes it up. And this is a very young Yellow Springs team, no seniors on their roster, and Cowan gets the block, the leader in blocks in the Metro Buckeye Conference, takes up in the forecourt and is fouled there by McIver. Again, Dave, you just talked about DeAndre Cowan being one of the lead shot blockers in the Metro Buckeye Conference, and there he goes, getting the block down there.
Yeah, and it's interesting to note that they have all, you know, basically it's a squad of sophomores and juniors for Yellow Springs, and as we noted, 2-4 overall, and you know, after a winless season, they're trying to develop as the season moves along.
Yellow Springs works up the ball. Jarvis McNair on the inside, no good. Rossman pulls down the rebound for the Cavaliers. So they work around Rossman. Lehman yet to score here nearly 3 minutes into this contest.
Yeah, they've missed their first 4 shots here in the opening quarter.
McIver works it out over to Franz. Franz on the inside, Chapman. He is fouled there by DeAndre Cowan inside, who wrapped his arm.
It's clear that the Bulldogs got the message that inside they collapse on Chapman. He ended up with about 4 players on him.
Rossman going to inbound it. Takes it over to Chapman, the 6'6" sophomore. No, got a shot altered there by the Bulldogs on the inside. Curtis works up ahead quickly. Curtis takes in the lane. Good defense by Chapman. And Franz pulls down the rebound. Rossman kicks it in the corner. They're going to play pitch and catch with McIver. In the short corner, given up over to Chapman. Over to McIver to Rossman. So we also have entered into the lineup oh wait, no, sorry, never mind. McFarland takes it baseline, swatted by DeAndre Cowan.
So Cowan looks like the real deal, Brandon.
And he does. He's very physical in there, and again, one of the top shot blockers in the Metro Buckeye Conference. Showing why early as you take a look at our Winter Quality Meets replay there. Franz taking it.
Nice move by Franz to the baseline, but
yeah, but block.
No luck.
And out of the replay there, Luke Franz hits a 3 from the top of the key. So Lehman on the board and has their first lead of the game, nearly halfway through the first quarter. Franz leads the offense attack again with 16.8 points a game for third-year head coach Pat Carlisle. DeAndre Cowan trying to respond, and Chapman will pull down the board. Franz takes it right wing. He takes it and try to get us up over to Chapman on the inside. Ball will roll around, and Rossman will pick it up back over to Franz. He has a wide open 3, and Luke Franz, 6 points and 2 threes here early. Lehman leads 6-2 on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. Yellow Springs wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Back here on the Grand Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports here at Lehman Catholic High School. It is 6-2 Lehman here early over Yellow Springs. 2 Luke Franz 3-pointers the difference, Dave.
Yeah, Franz 43% from 3-point land behind that arc for the season. 12 out of 28 coming in tonight. 2 out of 4 here tonight in the opening quarter. He's settling in. They went to the hole a couple of times, found out what Cowan was all about. Franz has taken a couple of nice shots from the outside. That's quickly turned us around. And I'll tell you, Yellow Springs coach Nick Trimback was not at all happy with his team's defense.
No.
They're not coming out on Franz, and they want him. He wants his squad to play some better defense. That's what that timeout was all about.
He was very upset, and Jarvis McNair went over to the bench there. Now we have Ethan Niemeyer in for the first time tonight. Again, this is a team with no seniors on it in Yellow Springs. And again, great straight-up defense by the Cavaliers on the inside. Nathan Curtis had nowhere to go. That was great defense by Coach Pat Carlisle's squad. Franz works around over to Chapman. Lehman has their first substitution of the game. Donovan O'Leary into the lineup. Rossman into the corner. He tried to send a cross-court pass there, but it hit off the backboard and ricocheted back out of bounds.
That's a Lehman's first turnover at the 3:04 mark of the first quarter.
Yellow Springs will bring the ball up. It'll be Curtis. Curtis goes right wing. He's being guarded by Luke Franz. Franz up over to Malik Thomas. Thomas at the top of the key gives it up over to number 13, Eli Irick. Irick will go in the corner there to Niemeyer. Niemeyer, a long shot, no good. And an offensive drought here for the Yellow Spring Bulldogs. Franz will give it up over to O'Leary. O'Leary back to Franz. Franz shot fakes on the inside, and Franz can't get it to fall down. Thomas with the rebound. Curtis pushing the ball left wing, working on Rossman. They'll work it around to Irick. Irick back up over there to Malik Thomas. Thomas on the triple try, and that's going to be a little too long there.
It's one thing to shoot threes, but it's another thing to take good threes.
Oh. Maybe a little unadvised there by Thomas. Rossman gonna set up a set play here on this team's last game of 2020. Each team wanted to end on a positive note. Ball's given up ahead. It's DeAndre Cowan up in the clear. He makes a nice move, and that was a nifty move there by DeAndre Cowan and cuts the Lehman lead to 2.
Beautiful move by Cowan. You can see why he averages 20 points a game with that move that he made there.
Rossman gonna work the ball away up on the perimeter. Work over Franz. Franz with 2 3-pointers, and Cowan with 2 buckets of his own. The lead scores, the lone people in the box score for each squad. Chapman gonna try to make a difference, so that splits the defense, and 2 refs have agreement there on a foul. Immediately, like you said earlier, every time Chapman's touching the ball, they're being collapsed on down in the paint.
For a sophomore, Chapman quite dominating, 6'6", big and strong. They dump it into him, and you know the Bulldogs, and I think most defenses just surround him. And if he can get it back out to Franz or one of the outside shooters for Lehman, they can do the job, create some havoc.
O'Leary gets it over to Franz in the corner. He'll kick it out, back over to McIver. McIver over up on the top of the key. That 3 no good there by Michael McFarland, and Cowan comes down with the rebound. Ball's pushed up by Irick, splits the defense, and that's a layup there by number 5, Ethan Niemeyer. The 6-foot sophomore ties the game up at 6 on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. McIver sends a wild pass. That is tipped.
Cavaliers just need to be a little bit patient, need to handle the basketball just a little bit better. Yellow Springs just, you know, pretty aggressive after that last timeout that they got from Coach Trimbach.
James Larger back in the lineup for Coach Carlisle's squad. They work the ball up. It's O'Leary. O'Leary give it up. Thomas playing aggressive, try to get the steal there, just a little late. Franz will work it up over to McIver. McIver on the inside to McFarland. McFarland, it'll be a jump ball there and a Lehman turnover. Number 1, Malik Thomas getting his hand in on there, causing the jump ball and the Lehman turnover.
McFarland just drops that ball down low, very easy for Thomas to get 2 hands on it. The result is a jump ball and a turnover.
Ball works up over there. It is number 2, Nathan Curtis. Ball worked on the inside, no good. It's kicked out, and Luke Franz gets it. He's gonna have to put up a half-court heave, and oh, that was mighty close, but no good. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Lehman Catholic Cavaliers and the Yellow Spring Bulldogs are knotted up at 6 apiece. We'll be back with the second quarter here next on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Hey, we're back here at Lehman Catholic High School where the Yellow Spring Bulldogs and Lehman Catholic Cavaliers are knotted up at 6 apiece. Again, Dave, you know, DeAndre Cowan gets the first bucket. Luke Franz comes out with a couple threes, and Yellow Springs responds with 6 points, but offense kind of at a premium here in that first
Let's
quarter.
look at it this way, Brandon. If you collectively put all the shots in the first quarter together, that was 23, and there were 5 connections. So 5 out of 23 found the net, so to speak. So Lehman just 2 out of 10, and Yellow Springs 3 out of 13.
Again, Yellow Springs has not played since December 15th, their last contest. Shot no good by McFarland on the inside. There's an after scrum there. Lehman comes away with it. Franz with the contested 3, and that is canned. Luke Franz, 3 triples is all the Lehman offense here so far. And Lehman ahead 9-6 on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard here.
Franz is 3 out of 5 from behind the arc, which is a pretty good percentage.
We had a miscommunication here. One of our referees must have assumed that Yellow Springs called a timeout. Must have heard something, but Yellow Springs will still maintain the ball. Little mishap here.
Not sure what happened.
He heard him, thought he said timeout, but he didn't, by Coach Nick Trimbach. Cowan will be doubled immediately on the inside. Ball movement on the inside, and that's an and one there for number 4, Jarvis McNair, and he'll go to the line trying to complete the 3-point play.
Nice teamwork. Take a look at this one on the replay. You'll see some nice passing. Find the open man, goes up strong, draws the foul, and McNair will try and make a 3-point play.
Try to get the 3-point play the old-fashioned way and knot us back up at 3. McNair, the 3rd different Yellow Spring Bulldog to score. And we're gonna have some sort of violation afterwards, maybe.
Sure looked like it.
Looked like Cowan and
they were leaning in, I guess.
Trying about, I didn't catch who that was there on the inside there for Lehman, but we're not back up at 9.
First free throw of tonight's game.
Franz works the ball over to McFarland. Franz trying to get an open look, like Dave said, 3 of 5 here from 3-point land. O'Leary kicks it out to Franz. He's trying for his 4th triple, can't quite get it to fall. DeAndre Cowan pulls it up, darts ahead of the pack. He goes down the middle of the lane, and that's going to be a charge taken there. Donovan O'Leary takes that. As we look here on our Winter Quality Meets replay, let's see what we see.
Yeah, I think that was the pretty decent position, and Cowan guilty of the charge. He'll go out for just a little bit, shaken up on the contact.
That's a tough call there. Coach Nick Trimbach disagreeing with that. And Cowan has
you know of a charge that is not disagreed with. I think almost all of them are up in the air. At least it seems that way.
Charges are tough calls to make.
Very tough.
Ball worked in the backcourt. Great Lehman pressure, and it's a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs, but Donovan O'Leary again getting scrappy there for Coach Carlisle's squad. He takes the charge down there, he causes a jump ball there, and that is something that's going to amp up the home team here. Nathan Curtis trying to give his Yellow Spring Bulldogs lead back. They only led when it's 2-0. They've been able to knot it back up here at 9-9. Ball worked on the inside, took it away there. That was Mike McFarland who poked it away, and Chapman picked it up. Franz will work it across the timeline. He'll go right wing, working on Curtis. Give it up over in the corner to McIver. Franz down the lane. Ball passed on the inside. It is getting physical down there, and there's a foul on the baseline, just as I say that, Dave.
Yeah, Franz scrapping for the basketball, and Yellow Springs, I think it was Ethan Niemeyer there, acting pretty good. See the contact, and there you see the contact by Niemeyer.
Franz wide open again. Can't connect. 3 of 7 from beyond the arc is Franz. The lone Lehman Cavalier scored 3 triples from him. All the Lehman offense. Ball being worked up over there. Being worked around the perimeter there. Teardrop, and that's good there by number 15, Jason Niemeyer. Franz works it up ahead in the forecourt, splits the defense. They go over to O'Leary. O'Leary with the shot, no good. And Bulldogs work it around there. It's Thomas. Thomas works foul line extended. Gives it up over to McNair. McNair gets it back, working on Chapman. Tries to make a move on the inside. Over again. Chapman trying to poke away. This has been an aggressive Lehman defense in the full court and half court.
Yellow Springs has got a lot of quickness. And Lehman, a couple of big guys inside, maybe not quite as quick as some of the players for Yellow Springs.
Niemeyer will work it up over there to Thomas. Thomas up over to Curtis. Over there at deep 3 there. No good, but on the cleanup there is Eli Irick. And without leader DeAndre Cowan on the floor with the bench with foul trouble, Yellow Springs offense is picking up here, Dave.
Yeah, they played well, done a good job on the boards, and Irish, he gets the bucket.
Ball on the inside, Michael McFarland responds, the first player not named Luke Franz to score for the Cavaliers.
And I think that's what the Cavaliers have got to do a lot more of, getting the ball inside and get the good shot.
Without Cowan in the middle, it's going to be a little easier maybe for the Cavaliers to do so. They get a steal, Franz up ahead of the pack, trying to run the break on the inside, and he's fouled on the floor. It'll be the 15th foul on Yellow Springs. That foul will be on Jason Niemeyer, the 6-foot sophomore.
See what the Cavaliers do on this inbounds pass. They can tie it up.
Franz takes the ball, gives it up over to Rossman. Rossman back over to McIver. Man, Franz is calling for that ball. He wanted that over this zone defense here. Rossman for 3.
Nice shot by Rossman. They got it inside. Nice assist by Chapman. Cavaliers get a great look at the bucket.
David Rossman puts the Cavaliers ahead, and they apply pressure. And the Cavaliers get it, and Coach Patrick Carlisle calls timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. And we would like to thank some of our sponsors, because without them, we would not be able to bring you this broadcast here tonight. They are Grand Lake Health Systems, Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Ogles Audiology, and NKTelco. You can follow WCSM AM 1350 96.7 FM and their internet exclusive games on www.wcsmradio.com. All season, your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize County. NKTelco Sports and the sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the replays of this game Saturday, January 9th at 2 p.m. and Sunday, January 10th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through our YouTube, Facebook page, and at nktelco.com/sports. So the offense picking up here for both teams here, Dave, now.
Yeah, good news for the Cavaliers. They're up by a point, and they've been able to get it inside a little bit and score there, and also they've been able to push it back out.
Franz on fire. 4 of 8 from beyond the arc is Luke Franz, and the Cavaliers have their largest lead of the game at 4.
I'll tell you, David Rossman doing his part in making the offense move. Good pass to Franz, who loves to shoot that 3 from the wing.
DeAndre Cowan back in the lineup out of the timeout. In a little bit of foul trouble here for Coach Trimbach's squad. And they find themselves in a 4-point hole. And there's a foul on the floor. It's going to be the third. Actually, they're going to call that a shooting foul.
I thought he took a couple of extra steps on that one myself, but
O'Leary is going to come back in the lineup after the first free throw. Jarvis McNair, a 6'1" junior, will can the first free throw, get the Bulldogs back within a possession, and end what's been 6 straight points rattled off by the Cavaliers. And McNair goes 2 for 2 from the line, and Yellow Springs back within 2.
He averages 4.8 points per game, and he's already got 5 here. 2:26 to go in the first half.
Ball taken away from the inside. It'll be a Lehman turnover. Irick pushing the ball from the forecourt. Buddy double dribbled. Good call there by our official.
7th turnover of the half for Yellow Springs.
.2:15 remaining here in the half. Cavaliers 4-0 on the season, trying to keep undefeated. They're 4-0 for the first time since 2008. Their last year in the Northwest Central Conference. So they will move to the Three Rivers Conference next year. Franz gets a screen and opening. No good. Chapman pulls it down. Chapman working on the inside. Rossman kicks it over to O'Leary. O'Leary from the corner. And he overshoots that one. Irick will work the ball up over. A little bit of pushing and shoving there on the sideline. Thomas trying to work on the baseline. Great sideline defense for McFarland to get a hold of that to knock it out of bounds. And Landon McIver will come back into the ball game here.
Yellow Springs doing a nice job on the boards. I've got them at an advantage of 17-9, which surprises me a little bit with the size and strength that the Cavaliers have inside.
Yeah, pretty noticeable there. Pretty noticeable size advantage for Lehman on the inside. Chapman tried to alter the shot there of Nathan Curtis, but couldn't quite do it. He got a little arc on that ball, and we're knotted up at 17, Dave.
Nothing but net. He missed his first 3, but on shot number 4, he's tied it up.
O'Leary works into Chapman. That shot's no good. Chapman been held scoreless. And again, Coach Trimbach wants a timeout. We'll keep it here. 17-17 on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. The JV contest earlier was won by the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers. 33-15 was that final. And a contest there. Again, each of these teams, Dave, their last contest of 2020. Lehman's last year in the Northwest Central Conference. They're going to move to the Three Rivers Conference next year, which includes schools like Milton Union, Troy Christian, Covington, Riverside, Bethel, and Miami East.
It'll be a challenge for the Cavaliers. Got a good nucleus. They'll come back for next year. Of course, you got Luke Franz, and Landon McIver, the 2 seniors on the squad for the Cavaliers. You know, Franz is really a pretty steady player, and here in the first half, he's had the majority of the offense. But I think that the Cavaliers have got to find some other offense. They've got to run that offense too.
Thomas will work it up in the inside. Give it up over there. We'll work it up over to McNair. McNair works it back out over to Nathan Curtis.
I think you mentioned a couple times about a long layoff, and I think both these 2 teams have really been bothered by that.
And it's always hard to get going between the Christmas and New Year holiday. McIver being active on the floor. They work it back out. They work it up over to Thomas. Thomas up on the top of the key. 22 seconds remain here. It'll be contested by Rossman. Thomas works up on the inside, tries to kiss off the glass and give Yellow Springs the lead. No. Ball's given up ahead to Rossman. Rossman works up on the left wing. Rossman rips it through, gives it to a wide open O'Leary for the lead right before halftime. And that rims out. That's going to conclude our first half. We're not up at 17 apiece. We'll go to halftime break. Come back with the first half stats and the second half here next on NKTelco Sports.
Hello, New Bremen. I'm Matt Everidge with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your cable, telephone, and internet services.
Hey, Minster. This is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey, New Knoxville. I am Wesley Meyer at NKTelco. We are here for you and your customer service needs.
Hey, Maria Stein. I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Please support the following sponsors: Forever Fit, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Balmer Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, Western Ohio Mortgage.
Back here at Lehman Catholic High School, where the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers and the Yellow Spring Bulldogs are knotted up at 17 apiece. Here with our first half stats, Mr. Dave Helmstetter.
Yeah, let's take a look at these numbers. Yellow Spring 7 out of 20 from the field. No success from behind the arc, 0 for 4 at the line. Perfect on 3 attempts. Big advantage here, which surprises me just a little bit. Yellow Spring's out rebounding the Cavaliers 18-10. Turnovers about the same at 7 and 5. And really, you look at the 3-point goals for Lehman, that's what's kept them in it. 5 out of 13, which is a respectable 3-point total. And that means that Luke Franz, a senior, number 33, has had 4 threes here in the first half and leads all scorers tonight with 12 points. The only problem comes with the Cavaliers. Only 2 other players have gotten in the scoring column. David Rossman, their point guard, hit a 3, and Michael McFarland got a bucket inside. And on the other side, you know, we kind of were anticipating a big game from DeAndre Cowan, the big 6'4" junior, but he only has a couple of buckets. He got into a little bit of foul trouble and a little possibly a minor injury, and I think that we'll probably see him back here in the lineup to start the third quarter, Brandon.
And Lehman will start the second half with the basketball right in front of our scores table here.
And isn't that one of the best things of 2020 is where we're watching this game here at Lehman?
It's very nice, this accommodation. We got courtside seats. I mean, I'm literally about within arm's length reach of the action.
The only thing we got to do is watch the monitor.
Yeah, make sure no basketballs get through here and crash our monitor that we're looking at. So the second half's underway here. And the Cavaliers will start with it. Led a majority of the second half. The Bulldogs get on a little bit of a run to tie it up there right before halftime. Guyver work it right wing up over to Franz. Franz on the inside to Chapman. Good ball movement. Rossman for his second 3 of the game. Can't quite get it to fall. Chapman gets the offensive board. Back up over to Franz. He tries to quick triple try. No good. McFarland gets it the 3rd time. Isn't quite a charm, but it will result in a trip to the charity stripe. So a strong offensive possession there for Coach Pat Carlisle's squad there to start the second half.
Lehman really hammering the boards on that possession.
Again, you know, something we haven't as McFarland makes the first free throw. He's averaging 9.3 points a game.
And that's the Cavaliers' first made free throw, or first attempt of tonight's game.
Shot goes out. Bulldogs pull it down. The Irish, he'll work it up, and that shot is blocked by McFarland. Again, it's interesting for the Cavaliers as there's a clear travel there by McIver. That Justin Chapman averaging 13.3 points a game, second on the team next to Franz. He's not even scored a bucket yet, and the Cavaliers are leading by 1. So I think Lehman's going to have to consider themselves fortunate as they apply some pressure here in the backcourt. McIver gives it up over there to Thomas. Thomas will work it up over to Nathan Curtis on the left wing.
Yellow Spring's a very young team, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that Lehman pressure.
Cowan, the lead scorer, tries a one-handed pass. It gets deflected up to Niemeyer. Wild shot there, no good. And there's going to be a foul there. That's going to go against the Bulldogs. I think they had that on DeAndre Cowan, possibly. 6:51 remaining. The Cavaliers edging out the Bulldogs here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Rossman will work it up over the timeline. Set up over to Franz. Here's team's last game of 2020. Chapman gets it deflecting, gets it back, spin move. Cowan gets a piece of that. And that's going to be off Chapman. There, and DeAndre Cowan altered Chapman's shot there. Usually, you know, 6'6" Chapman's kind of playing in a league of his own, but Cowan challenging there down on the block.
Cowan he can jump. Chapman has a little bit of weight on Cowan as Cowan takes the shot.
And that's nothing but net there from Cowan. And Yellow Springs reclaims the lead 19-18 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Cowan's 3 out of 4, despite some limited playing time here in this one.
Yellow Springs will come out and pressure the ball. Yellow Springs in the road black, Lehman in their home white. Franz will work at baseline up over to Chapman. Chapman tiptoeing the sideline back over to Franz, trying to get a little bit of an opening for a shot. Chapman gets it back over to Rossman. Franz, quick trigger there, in and out. And there's going to be a foul there from McFarland, and going after the rebound, it'll go the way of the Bulldogs and Coach Trimbach's squad.
Franz had a good look at it that time. It just rattled in and out. And Luke, it seems, in the wing, gets into the wing and he gets that good shooting position. That's where you want him.
Three-quarter court pressure here right in front of us here. Yellow Springs will try to work the ball up the floor. They'll even try to make this a full court game. It's worked up over to Eyrick. Eyrick up over to Thomas. Thomas left wing, back up over to Cowan. Cowan gets a screen. He goes up, gets it back up on the inside. It is Thomas. Back up over there. There's a shot from Niemeyer, no good. Thomas pulls down the board, tries to clean it up, no good. McFarland with the rebound, a physical battle down there. And Rossman will lock it up. Rossman will give it back up over cross court past McIver. McIver gives it right to Cowan. Cowan going to try to push the break. They have the numbers advantage. Cowan tries to get in front of McIver, and there's a block on McIver. Good positioning there by McIver, but didn't get the call there, and Yellow Springs will have it out under their own basket as Jarvis McNair back in the lineup. McNair third in block. We talked about Cowan being a force on the inside. McNair third in the Metro Buckeye Conference in blocks as well. So post defense, very good for Coach Trimbach's squad. As we have a foul there by Lehman. The third Lehman foul there of the half.
Cavaliers trying to up the defensive pressure on the Bulldogs and hit the boards harder. Obviously, that's been the message that Coach Pat Carlisle has given his team here in the third quarter.
Ball's being worked around here. Curtis goes up right on the McDonald's logo, goes right on the inside, and he is fouled. And our baseline official is going to say it was a shooting foul. I think he might have got away with a travel there at first before the foul. As we look at
it one more time. As you see Curtis.
Oh, no, he had 2 feet. Pretty close.
Curtis is shooting somehow.
Curtis cans the first free throw. Gives Yellow Springs lead to 2. That's been their largest lead of the game, was 2. Lehman's led a majority of this game, as Lehman has yet to lose yet in this young season. As Curtis goes 2 for 2 to the line. You know, like what I say is always, the first half of the season's your Christmas break, then you kind of got your second half as, January and early February is what I like to divvy it up as.
Yeah, it's a different kind of season. Usually in January, for many of the teams in league play, you really are hitting a lot of league games, the heart of the league schedule, and the holiday seasons can be tough, especially in 2020.
Chapman works on the inside. That ball's tipped away by Cowan. Ball's passed up to Cowan. Cowan on the breakaway and kisses it off the glass. Yellow Springs has their largest lead of the game at 23-18 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Ball's worked on the inside. O'Leary tries to get up over to Chapman. It's another steal. And Yellow Springs going to work and up the floor, and that's an and one there for Nathan Curtis. A 7-point Yellow Springs lead in a blink of an eye.
Boy, look at that. Yellow Springs doing just what they like. That fast break. You're going to hear Lehman coach Pat Carlisle take a timeout, Brandon.
And we will take that timeout with them. We'll be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Brookside Laboratories, east of Chicago Pizza.
We're back here at Lehman Catholic High School, where the Yellow Spring Bulldogs lead the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers 25-18. And it's an 8-0 run right now for Yellow Springs. Dave could make it a 9-0 run. Nathan Curtis has a shot at an old-fashioned three-point play. But Yellow Springs has started to get out and run ahead of this Lehman attack.
Yeah, what was one of the keys to the game? Get out and run. Right here we're seeing it. That's what the Yellow Springs Bulldogs wanted to do, is get out and run. And this little stretch here in the third quarter is what they've been able to do so. And I tell you, the Cavaliers, they've had 4 turnovers here in the third quarter. That's a lot of turnovers.
Lehman's led a majority of this game, but Yellow Springs has turned this game on its head and leads by a game-high 8 points. It'll be Franz. He'll work the ball up over to McFarland. McFarland gets a screen from Chapman. He'll try to get something for Chapman on the inside. He'll kick it out to McFarland for a 3, and that's a much-needed response for Coach Pat Carlisle's squad.
Great ball movement. That's how Lehman would like for their offense to work, and McFarland hits the shot.
And we said second leading scorer Justin Chapman, and without a bucket yet. Yellow Springs done a great job on him. And they do that little in and out game. Yellow Springs tries to respond with a 3. That's no good from Jarvis McNair. Rossman will hand it off over to Franz. Franz in the corner picks up his dribble, back up over to Rossman. Rossman falling back, gives it back up over to Franz. Franz on the inside, Chapman. Chapman tries to power through, no good. Gets his own rebound. And there's a foul there on Malik Thomas, or excuse me, Jarvis McNair.
And again, second time down here in the last few seconds. And I think that's what Lehman wanted to accomplish. Get the ball inside to Chapman for a decent shot. Instead, he draws the foul.
And Lehman's had good ball movement on the possessions they've scored. And Michael McFarland trying to will his team back in. He has a self 5-0 run here to get Lehman back within 3.
McFarland's got 8 points. He averages 9 for the season.
McFarland third on the team behind Chapman and Franz.
Step there.
And there's a travel there called by our sideline official there on number 2, Nathan Curtis.
First turnover of the second half for Yellow Springs. Comes at the right time for the Cavaliers.
Yellow Springs going to stay in that zone defense that they've been playing for a good chunk of the night. Ball being worked around. Franz calling for the ball in the corner. Chapman sees him. The 3 is in and out. Ball being worked around for, and it will go off a Lehman player, and it will go the way of the Bulldogs. And Lehman 4-0, trying to stay undefeated there. 4-0 for the first time since 2008. Under 3-year head coach Pat Carlisle. All worked in on the inside there, and there's an easy bucket there for Malik Thomas.
Malik gets his first bucket of the night.
Malik Thomas coming in 4.8 points a game. Deep 3 there by O'Leary, no good. Franz with the offensive board. He tries to go through the defense and is fouled, and will go to the line for 2. And this is the Yellow Springs team. If anyone's paid attention to high school basketball, they made the regional finals in 2016. They lost eventually to Shelby County League team Jackson Center. Just a little background on Yellow Springs basketball. As Franz misses the first free throw, and McIver enters the lineup back in for Chapman.
Lehman only 1 out of 6 from behind the arc here in the third quarter.
Franz can't cash in on any of the opportunities, and Yellow Springs pulls down the rebound, trying to push the break. They give the ball up over to Cowan. Cowan jump stops in the lane. No good, and McFarland pulls it down. Yellow Springs will get a hand on the ball. will stall the Lehman fast break. 28-23 our score on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. Brandon Coberman along with Dave Helmstetter giving you this last game of 2020. Rossman worked the ball up, and Franz was trying to cut. Him and McIver have miscommunication there, and that's another Lehman turnover.
Cavaliers have had more turnovers here in the third quarter than they had in the entire first half. They have 6 so far.
Cowan's got the ball on the wing. Gives it back up over to Malik Thomas. Thomas back over to Curtis. Yellow Springs has a 5-point lead. They've led by as many as 8. Lehman led a good chunk of that first half. A Yellow Springs offensive jolt here in the third quarter, and that ball deflected from Franz off of Cowan will go the way of the Cavaliers.
Big possession here for Lehman, down by 5, 165 seconds to go.
A chance to give you really some energy trying to go in the fourth quarter, some momentum. Rossman seeing some pressure. Up over to McIver, back over to Rossman, playing a little pitch and catch with McIver. In the corner to Franz, under a minute remaining. Cavaliers down 5. And on the inside, McFarland up over to O'Leary. O'Leary tries to split the defense up over to Rossman. It's picked off. It's stolen. Goes up ahead to Nathan Curtis. Stole back by McIver until it goes out of bounds. And it will remain with Yellow Springs. So again, both teams kind of amping up their aggressiveness this third quarter on defense.
It's not exactly been a well-played game. A lot of it in the third quarter. I think Yellow Springs really wants to, they want this to be an up-tempo game, and they're doing all they can to do so.
Curtis being pressured by McIver, close to a 5-second count, but Curtis gets out of it. Gets up over, and that's going to be a turnover for Yellow Springs. Rossman gets it under 10 seconds. He's going to try to push the break. He's going to give it up over to Franz, back over to McIver. McIver over to Franz. Franz going to try a deep 2, and that just falls out, and the third quarter time has expired here at Lehman Catholic. Our score, 28 for Yellow Springs, 23 for Lehman Catholic. We'll come back with the fourth quarter of action here next on NKTelco Sports.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Wagner's IGA, Hulsman Automotive.
Back here at Lehman Catholic High School here, where the Yellow Spring Bulldogs lead the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers 28-23 on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. Brandon Copeman here along with Dave Helmstetter, our last game of 2020. And it's been a crazy year. It's also been a crazy game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we can describe this one. It's been back and forth. Yellow Springs, you know, when you look at this, they changed the tempo just a little bit. They got Lehman to play it up tempo just a little bit, got out and go, and that's really the difference in this. And you know, DeAndre McCowan, he had a couple of key buckets in the third quarter, and that really seemed to lift Yellow Springs. He's only got 8 on the night. He averages 20, but he's still such an influence in this game.
Cowan's shot's no good. It's pulled down there by O'Leary, and he's fouled in the backcourt.
But you look at the shooting for Lehman, and you know, really, you look at this third quarter, and it's got to be considered a disaster for the Cavaliers. Even though they're only down by 5, they were only 2 out of 10 from the field, only 1 out of 4 at the free throw line, and you know, they committed, you know, 7 turnovers in the quarter.
And a lot of their third quarter was led, if any of their scoring was led by Michael McFarland, and he is coming on the second half for the Lehman attack.
He's into double figures with that bucket. He's had 8 of his 10 points in the second half.
He exceeds his season average of 9.3 a game, and that ball gets ripped away from Nathan Curtis. Ooh, and that ball goes off McIver there in the backcourt there. So an unfortunate sequence of events for Coach Carlisle's squad.
But it's still only a 3-point difference, and the Cavaliers, I tell you one thing, they are a scrappy team. They play good, hard on defense, and that could say an awful lot. They've held them only to 28 points.
Cowan in the lane gets it out to Niemeyer, who takes the deep two. That rims out. Ball's being worked around by Cowan. He makes a move. That ball stolen by Franz. Gives it up to McIver.
Need Franz to get hot here in the second half. He had a nice first half, but so far has been quiet here in the second half.
Along with Justin Chapman, too, as Donovan O'Leary is fouled and will go to the line for 2. Yeah, we haven't called Chapman's name at all as we look at a winner quality meets replay here. He's fouled inside. I believe that's going to be on Cowan. First free throw off the mark there. Again, 1 of 5 the second half for Lehman. The charity stripe has not been friendly to them. They've not been able to cash in from there. And O'Leary hits the second one and cuts the deficit to 2. Lehman's trailed by as many as 8 in the second half. Curtis works it back up over to his teammate, number 13, Eli Irick. Lake Thomas working on Chapman, kicks it out.
You gonna call first to 30 wins?
Maybe. It's been a low-scoring affair, nonetheless.
Could be the 30th points coming up here.
Thomas on the inside. Lehman trying to prolong the Bulldogs getting to 30 points. Thomas on the inside, gives it back out over to Curtis. Coach Carlisle calling for his team to amp up the pressure on the perimeter. Curtis goes baseline, splits the defense and is fouled on the floor. That's the 6th team foul on Lehman, so each team now going to be shooting the bonus the rest of the way out. This remaining 5:47 that we have here left in this ball game. Actually, I'm going to call that a shooting foul.
They got the right guy at the line. Curtis sees 4 out of 4 at the stripe for the Bulldogs.
29-26 our score here.
Hopefully that'll jinx him, right?
And I think you're right.
Yeah, there he goes.
And Chapman pulls down the board.
I knew you could count on me.
Lehman fans giving a little assist to Dave Helmstetter tonight. Yeah. Franz on the inside to Chapman. O'Leary shot fakes. O'Leary gets it over to Rossman. Rossman over to O'Leary. Back to Franz. Franz wanted it, but he shot fakes in the lane, and he's fouled. And will go to the line for 2. So a big opportunity for Franz here. Could, if he can both of these, cut this to a 1-point game.
Franz had 12 points at the half, and he so far the Yellow Springs has held him scoreless.
Swishes the first one as Ethan Niemeyer will come into the ball game for Coach Trimbach's squad. Yellow Springs 2-4. They've beaten Middletown Christian and Southeastern. Their 2 wins on the season. And Franz goes 2 for 2, and Lehman back within a point.
Big free throws there by Luke Franz.
To say the least, really. It's huge for the Lehman attack, and there's a foul in the backcourt there on O'Leary.
And you know, Luke's a 76% free throw shooter, so he's a good 3 out of 4 free throw shooter for the Cavaliers this season.
Foul was on O'Leary there in the backcourt. Eli Irick will go to the line. He's 2nd in the Metro Buckeye Conference in assists this year. As he can't cash in on it, Chapman gets the rebound. As each foul on the defensive end will put us in the bonus the rest of the way. In a tight game, free throws are going to become crucial. Ball's being worked around. It's Franz working it over to Chapman, back over to O'Leary. Rossman attempts the 3, and he's got it. David Rossman with his second three of the game, and Lehman back in front.
Boy, what a big shot by junior David Rossman.
And that's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at cargill.com.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwederman, Minster Bank, Home and Interiors, New Knoxville Supply Company, Hokie Lumber.
Back here at Lehman Catholic High School, where the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers lead the Yellow Springs Bulldogs 31-29, and what was an 8-point deficit not too long ago for Lehman just been erased.
Yeah, it's Cavaliers finally have awakened from the funk that they've been in and put a nice stretch together, and that lead looks pretty good. Now let's see if they can dig in on defense.
Coach Pat Carlisle in his third year. Coach Carlisle is in his 26th season of coaching. He's coached previously at Dayton Jefferson, Butler High School, Miami University of Middletown, Sinclair Community College, and Wittenberg. He was on a coaching staff that led Columbus State to the National Junior College National Finals in 2009 and to the National Elite Eight.
There's a real nice YouTube video out there on his Columbus State experience. So if you want to know more about him, go to YouTube, and he had some pretty good teams there at Columbus State.
Cowan on the left wing trying to get his team tied back up in this game. Curtis will pull the ball back out. He's guarded by McIver.
It'll be interesting to see how Yellow Springs reacts here, because they don't have a senior on this court. And a lot of these guys didn't play last year, or at least varsity.
And Curtis walked along the baseline there. He's not happy with that call there as he's discussing it with the officials. Either a travel or he stepped on the baseline. Either way, a Yellow Springs turnover. Ball be worked inside to Chapman, back over to Rossman, who just hit the three to put Lehman back on top. He works on the baseline and just copied Nathan Curtis. Stepped on the baseline, trying to tightrope that side or that baseline.
They moved Rossman down to the baseline. Previous possession, it worked great. Rossman hit the big shot that time. Got caught with lack of space, I think.
Cowan will work it up over to Thomas, back to Curtis, the floor general here. 3:35 remaining. Lehman up 31-29, our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. The three from Thomas rims out. Wide open shot there, just couldn't get it to connect. Ball will be worked over to Luke Franz. Franz having a nice night, about 14 points, a little below his season average of 16, and he commits the turnover there. This is him talking good about him.
Kind of forced that pass inside.
Curtis takes it baseline. Thomas trying to clean it up. Cowan takes it away, tries to put it in. Scrum for the ball, and Chapman comes away with it. Chapman fouled in the backcourt, and he's going to have a one and bonus opportunity.
Wild scramble there. There's just 2 points difference in this one, so both teams battling for that rebound. McFarland will come back in, and that gives even more strength inside for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, McFarland's had a nice second half here. McFarland, the junior, the 6'1" junior. Chapman to the line. Chapman yet to enter the box score here for the 6'6" sophomore, but he does now.
Nothing but net.
And extends the Lehman lead to 3. Chapman has an opportunity to cash in and make this a 2-possession ball game, and he does just that. Lehman up 4.
69% free throw shooter, and he had a couple of big ones there.
2:52 remaining, and Yellow Springs finds themselves in a 4-point hole. All going to be worked around here. It's Niemeyer up over to Thomas. Thomas on the top of the key, guarded by Chapman. Chapman will give it back up to Curtis. All being worked around on the inside there. Shot good there. That was Eli Irick, excuse me, who made the shot there. Foul line extended to put the game within 2.
Big basket by Eli. He's got 6 points on the night.
Ball being flipped around the perimeter. Rossman up over to Franz. Franz gets a screen, goes on the inside, makes a move, swatted away by Cowan. DeAndre Cowan again, showing you why he's the leader in the Metro Buckeye Conference in blocks.
Great timing by Cowan, as I think everybody thought Franz had a layup.
McIver with the basketball. He'll give it back up to Franz. Franz, a senior, the leader of this squad for Coach Pat Carlisle. Carlisle's team holding on to a 2-point lead as they try to run offense here. Rossman for the 3, no good. Cleaned up by Michael McFarland, and he's had a spectacular second half.
About as big a rebound and put back as the Cavaliers have had all night.
And there's a push-off there.
And I'll tell you, that one is going to draw the wrath of the Yellow Springs bench.
Coach Pat Carlisle wants a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here, and we'd like to thank some of our sponsors for tonight's game. They include Grand Lake Health Systems, Clopay, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Ogle's Audiology, and NKTelco. You can also follow WCSM 1350 AM, 96.7 FM, and their internet-exclusive games on www.wcsmradio.com all season long. Your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize counties. NKTelco Sportsnet sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the replays Saturday, January 9th at 2 p.m. and Sunday, January 10th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So if you're a Lehman fan and you want to watch any Lehman broadcasts we've done, we've got a file there on our YouTube channel. You can go through and catch some of our broadcasts there. So pretty neat to check out, but it's a 4-point Lehman lead here, and they have the ball here. Big possession here, Dave.
Definitely. Rossman's had some big buckets for the Cavaliers coming down this stretch.
Pressure amped up. Chapman goes on the baseline and one. Chapman coming up big in the fourth quarter as we look at our winner quality meets replay.
Do you think he was determined to score on this one? Take a look at that move.
He had a head of steam and bull rush to the basket there.
Hit the baseline, put it on the floor. Yellow Springs coach Nick Trimback he's out on the floor. He's a little dangerous territory there, Brandon.
Yeah,
he spoke his piece.
Yeah. Throwing out the yarn there, and Chapman can't complete the old 3-point play. Franz tries to pull it down, but it falls in the hands of Yellow Springs. They work it up quickly. They give it up over Irick. A minute remaining, and he's fouled up on the basket. I believe that was on McIver as he's clapping his hands in frustration. I believe that was on him. And it'll be a 1 and bonus opportunity. That's Lehman in the double bonus.
Irick has got 6 points on the night, but he missed the front end of a 1-on-1 just a few minutes ago.
Irick with a critical free throw to get Yellow Springs back in. Can't connect. And that's going to be off of number 5, Ethan Niemeyer. And it's a 30-second timeout. Keep it here. So Lehman's got 1 minute and 3 left here, Dave. A 6-point lead they're holding on to.
And when you really look at what has taken place here in the fourth quarter, I think some of the inexperience for Yellow Springs has shown, and that's one of the reasons why they find themselves down by 6 points. A couple of mistakes in the backcourt, a couple of rush shots, and Lehman, applying the defense, has been able to get some good buckets down on their end of it. They've been a little bit more patient. They've used the baseline an awful lot more, especially here in the last few minutes, and they found some success there. And of course, The big sophomore, Justin Chapman, is, he's gotten, 4 points here in the last couple of minutes. And boy, I tell you, those are a big 4 points.
Big indeed. And Yellow Springs did a good job on him the whole game, but he comes through with some crucial baskets. As Yellow Springs is going to amp up the pressure here as the need to tie the game up.
It should come down to free throws.
The anxiousness is going to increase there, and that's a foul there on Niemeyer. It's going to be a 1 and bonus opportunity for Franz, who, like Dave said, came in this game a 76% free throw shooter.
On the season, the Cavaliers overall as a team shooting 67% from the line.
Franz's first free throw is can. And a big offensive run here. It was a 29-23 game here early on in some point in the third quarter. And since then, it's a 15-2 run here by Lehman. Franz trying to make it a 16-2 run, and he does just that. Lehman ahead with a commanding lead here, 39-31 with 45 seconds remaining. Still a little bit of time remaining here for the Bulldogs. Chapman with the big swat. Whoa. We haven't seen that from the big man all night, but he's come through in the fourth quarter. McFarland hacked in the backcourt, and he'll have an opportunity for a pair at the line. As we
Let's see that one again. What do you think, Brandon?
He says, get out of here. Chapman, the 6'6" sophomore.
That's a great play to see again.
Chapman very quiet all night, but has come through in the fourth quarter when his teams needed him the most. A credit the sophomore. And the Lehman free throw shooting's been better in the fourth quarter as McFarland misses the first one. Like to say, these tight games in the fourth quarter often come down to the foul shooting. McFarland can't cash either of those two in, so a renewed opportunity here for Yellow Springs. They're going to have to hurry it up here. They'll go down the lane. Good pass to Malik Thomas. Misses the bunny. Goes up again. And good straight-up defense by the Cavaliers on the inside. Franz going to bring it back up over the timeline, and he'll be fouled in the backcourt, and will have an opportunity for 2 more points.
Yellow Springs missing some opportunities here in the last couple of possessions. And in a tight game, that's something that you can't do.
And again, it's just been a big run, 16-2 run here by Lehman. At one point, it's 29-23 in favor of Yellow Springs. Franz cashes the first free throw. It was an 8-point lead at one point in the second half by Yellow Springs. So Lehman has really flipped the game on its head here as Franz goes a perfect 2 for 2. And that should put the nail in the coffin here. Lehman will move to 5-0.
6 straight free throws by Luke Franz, and he's got 18 overall.
Luke Franz has put this game on ice, and Chapman gets the steal, and that should all but do it. The Lehman Catholic Cavaliers finished 2020 undefeated at 5-0. They defeat the Yellow Spring Bulldogs 41-31. And we'll head to commercial break. Come back with the final stats, final stats, player of the game, here next on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers.
Hey, Minster. This is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey, Botkins. I'm Brett Gerstner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey, Maria Stein. I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Hi, Rishi. I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
At Home and Interiors, our team loves to design beautiful yet cost-effective projects. From sleek and simple to elaborate and detailed, we customize to fit your tastes and budget with free interior design and color coordination. Visit our 5,000 square foot kitchen design center and bring your next project to life. Full custom kitchen and bath cabinets are built right here in New Bremen. Home and Interiors, your vision designed for your budget.
Today's game is being brought to you by Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Uglaze Audiology, NKTelco.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers. Please support the following sponsors: The Rushi Inn, Busher's Market, Finishing Touches, Francis Manufacturing, Hoying Service Center, New Bremen Coffee Company, Sassy Sisters Designs, K&M Imports, Modern Ag Supply, Howl of a Good Time Grooming Salon, Goodyear Shoe Service.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Uglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing needs and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Hello, New Bremen. I'm Matt Everidge with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your cable, telephone, and internet services.
Hey, Minster. This is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey, New Knoxville. I am Wesley Meyer at NKTelco. We are here for you and your customer service needs.
Hey, Maria Stein. I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Please support the following sponsors: Forever Fit, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Balmer Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, Western Ohio Mortgage.
Back here at Lehman and Catholic High School in the Screen Lake Health Systems production of NKTelco Sports, the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers walk away victorious with a 41-31 win over Yellow Springs. Here with our final stats, Mr. Dave Helmstetter.
Take a look at the numbers for tonight's game. From the field, both teams pretty similar. 12 out of 40 for the Cavaliers, 12 out of 38 for Yellow Springs. Cavaliers 7 out of 22 from behind the arc at the line. Lehman did a great job in the second half and coming down the stretch, 9 out of 13. Rebounds pretty much basically even, 28-17, although Yellow Springs had a big edge at half. Turnovers again, just about the same. Lehman hit just about their season average at 15, and Yellow Springs with 14. But I think the key stat, when you really look at it from a shooting percentage-wise, is that Yellow Springs was only 1 out of 10 in the fourth quarter, and that allowed Lehman, who notched up their defense, hit the boards, closed that rebounding gap, and played some pretty good basketball in the final quarter. Outscored them, what, 18-3?
Yeah.
Nice quarter for the Cavaliers.
Big run, and Lehman's victory was really spearheaded by our player of the game in the second half, Michael McFarland.
Michael McFarland, outstanding job. 10 points in the second half. Had a bucket in the first half, but he hit 4 straight shots for the Cavaliers in that stretch where they were trying to come back, or he kept them in the game and then helped them take the lead as well. So Michael McFarland, our player of the game.
And that'll do it for us here tonight. Lehman will advance to 5-0 going into 2021. The Yellow Springs Bulldogs will fall to 2-5 on the season. And we'd like to thank our crew here tonight. Our director, Scott Robinson, assisted by Bryce Hamrick. On camera, Mark Fissel. For Dave Helmstetter, I'm Brandon Coburn, and here for a final time from Lehman Catholic. The Lehman Catholic Cavaliers defeat the Yellow Spring Bulldogs 41-31. And we'd like to wish everyone a happy and healthy new year, and we'll see you here next time on NKTelco Sports.